Welcome to our deep dive into Darwinism, the revolutionary concept introduced by Charles Darwin that forever changed our understanding of life on Earth. In this video, we'll explore the origins, key ideas, and lasting impact of Darwin's theory of evolution. Whether you're a science enthusiast or just curious about the natural world, this journey will illuminate how Darwin's ideas reshaped biology and influenced countless fields. Let's begin by setting the stage for Darwin's groundbreaking work and why it remains so significant today. Charles Darwin was born in 1809 in England, into a family with a rich scientific background. From a young age, Darwin was fascinated by nature and the diversity of living things. His curiosity led him to study medicine and theology, but his true passion was always the natural world. Darwin's early experiences, including his time at Cambridge, set the foundation for his later scientific exploration. Understanding Darwin as a person helps us appreciate the dedication and curiosity that fueled his revolutionary ideas. 1831, Darwin embarked on a 5-year voyage aboard the HMS Beagle, a journey that would change his life in the world. As the ship's naturalist, Darwin collected specimens, observed wildlife, and took detailed notes on the plants, animals, and geology he encountered. The diverse ecosystems of South America, the Galápagos Islands, and beyond provided Darwin with the raw data that would later form the basis of his theory. This voyage was crucial in shaping his understanding of the natural world. Galápagos Islands were a turning point for Darwin. He noticed that similar species of finches had different beak shapes on different islands, each adapted to specific food sources. These observations led Darwin to question how species could change over time to better fit their environments. The unique wildlife of the Galápagos provided the evidence Darwin needed to develop his ideas about adaptation and natural selection. This moment was pivotal in the formation of Darwinism. After returning to England, Darwin spent years analyzing his findings and corresponding with other scientists. He meticulously gathered evidence from fossils, breeding experiments, and observations of living species. Gradually, he formulated the theory that all species evolve over time through a process of natural selection. This theory challenged the prevailing belief that species were unchanging and created independently. Darwin's careful approach ensured his ideas were grounded in scientific evidence. Natural selection is the core mechanism of Darwinism. It proposes that individuals with traits better suited to their environment are more likely to survive and reproduce. Over generations, these advantageous traits become more common in the population. This process leads to the gradual evolution of species. Natural selection explains how complex adaptations arise without the need for a predetermined plan, relying instead on variation and survival. One of Darwin's key insights was that variation exists within all populations. No two individuals are exactly alike, and these differences can affect an organism's ability to survive and reproduce. Some variations are inherited, passing from parents to offspring. This natural diversity provides the raw material for evolution, as certain traits become more or less common depending on environmental pressures. Variation is essential for the process of natural selection to work. Darwin observed that more individuals are born than can possibly survive. This leads to a constant struggle for resources like food, shelter, and mates. Only those best adapted to their environment are likely to survive and pass on their genes. This struggle for existence is a driving force behind natural selection, ensuring that only the fittest individuals contribute to the next generation. The phrase survival of the fittest is often associated with Darwinism, though it was actually coined by Herbert Spencer. It captures the idea that individuals best suited to their environment are more likely to survive and reproduce. Fitness doesn't just mean physical strength, it refers to any trait that improves an organism's chances of survival and reproduction. Over time, these traits become more common in the population. Adaptation is the process by which organisms become better suited to their environment. Through natural selection, traits that enhance survival and reproduction accumulate in a population. Examples include the camouflage of insects, the long necks of giraffes, or the thick fur of polar bears. Adaptation is a continuous process as environments change and new challenges arise. This dynamic nature of life is a central theme in Darwinism. 1859, Darwin published his landmark book, On the Origin of Species. This work presented his theory of evolution by natural selection and provided extensive evidence from his research. The book was both groundbreaking and controversial, challenging traditional views on the creation and diversity of life. The Origin of Species remains one of the most influential scientific works ever written, laying the foundation for modern biology. Darwin's ideas were met with both excitement and skepticism. Many scientists recognized the power of his arguments, while others resisted the challenge to established beliefs. Religious leaders, in particular, objected to the idea that humans shared a common ancestry with other animals. Despite the controversy, Darwin's theory gradually gained acceptance as more evidence accumulated in its favor. Over time, a wealth of evidence has supported Darwin's theory. Fossil records show a progression of life forms, while comparative anatomy reveals similarities among different species. Advances in genetics have confirmed that all living things share a common genetic code. These discoveries have strengthened the case for evolution and demonstrated the power of Darwin's insights. Comparative anatomy examines the similarities and differences in the structures of different organisms. Darwin used these comparisons to argue that species with similar structures likely share a common ancestor. For example, the forelimbs of humans, whales, and bats have different functions but similar bone structures, suggesting an evolutionary relationship. This evidence supports the idea of descent with modification. Fossils provide a historical record of life on Earth. By studying fossils, scientists can trace the gradual changes in species over millions of years. Transitional fossils, which show features of both ancestral and modern forms, offer strong evidence for evolution. Darwin's theory predicted the existence of such fossils, and their discovery has been a major confirmation of his ideas. Discovery of genetics in the 20th century provided a molecular basis for Darwin's theory. Genes carry the instructions for traits and mutations introduce new variations. Natural selection acts on these genetic differences, shaping the evolution of populations. The integration of genetics and Darwinism, known as the modern synthesis, has made evolution one of the most robust theories in science. Descent with modification is a central concept in Darwinism. It means that all species are related through common ancestry and have changed over time. As populations adapt to different environments, they accumulate differences, leading to the diversity of life we see today. This process explains both the similarities and differences among living things. Speciation is the process by which new species arise. When populations become isolated, they can evolve independently, accumulating differences over time. Eventually, these differences become so great that the populations can no longer interbreed, resulting in the formation of new species. Speciation is a key mechanism driving the diversity of life on Earth. Darwin also studied artificial selection, where humans breed plants and animals for desired traits. Examples include dog breeds, crop varieties, and livestock. Artificial selection demonstrates how selection can shape species over generations, providing a model for understanding natural selection. The principles are the same, but the selective force is human choice rather than nature. Darwin was influenced by many thinkers, including geologist Charles Lyell and economist Thomas Malthus. Lyell's ideas about gradual geological change inspired Darwin's view of slow biological evolution. Malthus's work on population growth and competition helped Darwin understand the struggle for existence. These influences shaped the development of Darwinism. Alfred Russel Wallace, another naturalist, independently developed a theory of evolution by natural selection. Wallace's correspondence with Darwin prompted Darwin to publish his own work. Both men presented their ideas jointly in 1858, but Darwin's extensive research and evidence made his version more influential. The collaboration between Wallace and Darwin highlights the importance of scientific dialogue. Darwinism transformed biology from a descriptive science into an explanatory one. It provided a unifying framework for understanding the diversity and complexity of life. Concepts like adaptation, natural selection, and common ancestry are now fundamental to all biological research. Darwin's ideas continue to inspire new discoveries and innovations in science. Beyond science, Darwinism has influenced philosophy, religion, and society. The idea that humans are part of the natural world challenged traditional views and sparked debates about our place in the universe. Darwin's theory has been interpreted in many ways, sometimes controversially, but its impact on human thought is undeniable. Any misconceptions surround Darwinism? Some people think it implies survival of the strongest, but fitness refers to reproductive success, not just strength. Others believe evolution is purely random, but natural selection is a non-random process that favors beneficial traits. Clarifying these misunderstandings helps us appreciate the true nature of Darwin's theory. Evolution is not just a historical process, it continues today. Scientists observe evolution in bacteria developing antibiotic resistance, insects adapting to pesticides, and animals responding to climate change. These examples show that Darwin's ideas remain relevant and vital for understanding the challenges facing life on Earth. Discovery of DNA and the genetic code provided new support for Darwinism. Genes are the units of inheritance, and mutations introduce variation. Natural selection acts on these genetic differences, shaping the evolution of populations. The integration of genetics and Darwin's theory has made evolution one of the most robust explanations in science. Modern synthesis is the fusion of Darwin's theory with genetics, forming the foundation of modern evolutionary biology. It explains how genetic variation arises and how natural selection acts on this variation. The modern synthesis has unified diverse fields from paleontology to molecular biology under a common evolutionary framework. Darwin introduced the idea of the tree of life to illustrate how species are related through common ancestry. Today, scientists use evolutionary trees or phylogenies to map these relationships based on genetic and anatomical data. These trees help us understand the history of life and the connections among all living things. Darwin's theory also applies to humans. Fossil evidence and genetic studies show that humans share a common ancestor with other primates. The story of human evolution is one of adaptation, migration, and change. Understanding our evolutionary history helps us appreciate our place in the natural world. Charles Darwin's legacy extends far beyond his own lifetime. His theory of evolution by natural selection remains a cornerstone of modern science. Darwin's work has inspired generations of scientists and continues to shape our understanding of life. His courage in challenging established ideas and his commitment to evidence-based science are lessons for us all. Darwinism is a fundamental part of biology education worldwide. Students learn about natural selection, adaptation, and the evidence for evolution. Teaching Darwin's ideas helps foster scientific literacy and critical thinking. By understanding evolution, students gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity and interconnectedness of life. Despite its scientific acceptance, Darwinism has faced ongoing controversies, especially in education and religion. Debates over teaching evolution in schools continue in some regions. These controversies highlight the importance of clear communication and evidence-based reasoning in science education. Darwinism has practical applications in medicine. Understanding evolution helps doctors track the spread of diseases, develop vaccines, and manage antibiotic resistance. Evolutionary medicine uses Darwin's principles to improve public health and medical research, showing the real-world value of evolutionary thinking. Darwin's ideas have even influenced technology. Concepts from evolution inspire algorithms in computer science, such as genetic algorithms that solve complex problems by mimicking natural selection. This cross-disciplinary impact demonstrates the versatility and power of Darwinian thinking. Evolutionary psychology applies Darwin's ideas to human behavior. It explores how natural selection has shaped our minds, emotions, and social behaviors. By understanding the evolutionary roots of behavior, scientists gain insights into everything from cooperation to competition and even mental health. Conservation biology relies on evolutionary principles to protect endangered species and ecosystems. Understanding how species adapt and evolve helps conservationists develop strategies to preserve biodiversity. Darwin's insights are crucial for addressing the environmental challenges of our time. Darwinism has influenced social thought, sometimes in controversial ways. While Darwin's ideas explain biological evolution, misapplications have led to social theories like social Darwinism, which are not scientifically supported. It's important to distinguish between scientific theory and social interpretation. The relationship between evolution and ethics is complex. Some argue that understanding our evolutionary origins can inform moral philosophy, while others caution against deriving ethical rules from natural processes. Darwin himself focused on science, leaving ethical questions to philosophers and society. Darwin faced many personal challenges, including illness and the fear of public backlash. He delayed publishing his theory for years, worried about its reception. Despite these struggles, Darwin remained committed to scientific truth, demonstrating remarkable perseverance and integrity. Darwin's family, especially his wife Emma, played a crucial role in supporting his work. Emma provided emotional and practical support, helping Darwin cope with illness and criticism. The support of family and friends was vital to Darwin's success and well-being. Darwin maintained extensive correspondence with scientists around the world. These letters allowed him to share ideas, gather evidence, and refine his theory. Collaboration and communication were essential to the development and acceptance of Darwinism. In his later years, Darwin continued to research and write on a variety of topics, including plants, worms, and human evolution. Despite declining health, he remained active in the scientific community. Darwin's lifelong curiosity and dedication to discovery are an inspiration to scientists everywhere. Charles Darwin died in 1882 and was buried in Westminster Abbey, a testament to his impact on science and society. Today, he is celebrated as one of the greatest scientists in history. His work continues to inspire research and debate, ensuring his legacy endures. Darwinism remains a vital part of modern science. New discoveries in genetics, paleontology, and ecology continue to build on Darwin's foundation. The theory of evolution by natural selection is central to our understanding of life, guiding research and informing policy. Darwin's ideas are as relevant today as ever. As we conclude our exploration of Darwinism, it's clear that Charles Darwin's ideas have had a profound and lasting impact. His theory of evolution by natural selection has transformed science, challenged beliefs, and inspired generations. Darwin's legacy is a testament to the power of curiosity, evidence, and open-minded inquiry. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the concept of Darwinism and the life of Charles Darwin.